You! What's happening? You alright? I've got a little fact for you. You'll like this one. Well, I like this one, so if you don't, it's tough, because I'm going to say it anyway. There was a little study conducted with a group of people, and the people didn't know what they were agreeing to, because that's how things work. You just sign up. So this group of people turned up at a place, and the people running the test, the testers, called them into a room in single file. They queued up, single file on the door, called them in. As they entered the room, just toss a coin. Heads, you go that side. Tails, you go that side. So split this whole group in half, roughly, based on the coin toss. Now, what do you call a group? What do you call people that sign up to it? My brain's had it. I know this. There's a word for people that agree to do this sort of shit. It's not guinea pig. It's someone else. The testes. Yeah, you can't call them that, can you? Fuck it, I'm going to call them that. So the testes were split in half, left and right. But the testes didn't know anything other than the fact they were split heads and tails. That's the only reason they were there. They have no idea what what's happening. But the testers actually wanted to find out what happens when you segregate people. What psychological changes take place? So they went and asked the testes, the left testes and the right testes. So right, what do you think about your group? And immediately after being split in two, they were like, yeah, my side's better. This team's way better. Look at them. We're smarter than them. We're stronger than them. We're faster than them. We're this, they're that. They immediately got this tribe mentality, and my tribe's better than your tribe, and we'll beat you in whatever it is we've got to do. Weird, isn't it? Human psychology's fucking mental. So you sort of think, no wonder football fans are just lethal. Like, you split the stadium in half, and it's like, you're that side, you're that side. If people can get that defensive just because they got heads on a coin toss, well, imagine what happens when you get like an actual team. Like, no wonder they fucking kill each other. But weirdly, you go to any other sport, rugby or cricket or whatever, you just sit in the stadium, you just get on with it. You could be sat next to whoever. But because you're not backed by this tribe mentality of like, all my tribe are on my side and all your tribe are your side, when was the last time you saw fans getting in a fight at a rugby game? Like, I've never seen it. Not at like a decent level. I've seen like when I used to play for Crediton, like you get a couple of parents get a little bit elbowsy, but they're emotional. It's fine. But you go to like Chiefs or whoever, I've never seen a fight. No matter what decision gets called on the pitch, no one's ever getting hit. I've never seen it. I don't think I've ever even seen police at a rugby game. Whereas like when the football lot get together, what a waste of resources. How many police get dragged down? How many horses? Those horses were just happy, chilling out, and now they got to stand here and listen to some footballers jumping up and down talking shit about each other. It's bollocks. Bollocks. I'm going for a walk. But yeah, that segues nicely. You'll see what I've done here. Smooth transition, because today's podcast is all about society. The world's gone mad, I hear you say. Well, I'm glad you asked. The world hasn't gone mad, because the world's made of societies. Multiple societies make a world. And societies are made out of people. People is a collective word for person, and I'm a person and you are a person. We are all persons. Collectively we are people, which make up a society, and multiple societies make the world. So the world hasn't gone mad, individual people have. And it's quite simple. Individual people just need to stop being mad. And that is literally it. It's really quite clear cut. So, I said this once before, not on here I don't believe, but it's when I did my ice bath challenge thing for Surfers Against Sewage. I said it as a bit of a blasé comment because I was very, very Well, I wasn't cold. This is weird. I say I'm cold, but you're not cold. You're kind of in a different kind of shock when you get in an ice bath. It's sort of, you get cold when you get out, but when you're in there, you're kind of like, your body's just like, fucked if I know what's going on. It just sort of sits there shaking and tensing and then stops shaking because it's like, well, that ain't working. Anyway, I got in and I just weirdly said to the camera, if nothing in life, be a man of your word. And you think, oh, fucking hell, that was deep, wasn't it? But actually, that's all you got to do, isn't it? Just be a man of your word. But you don't even have to be a man of your word. Just be a man or person. Yeah, I'm just using man as in, like, mankind, not, like, penis related. Just be a man of your word, or be a man of your morals and ethics and the things you stand by, your metrics. I like the word metrics, I use it a lot. So if you think something's shit, don't support it. It's as simple as that. If you want to support small businesses, well, fucking well, go and spend your money there. Money is the key to everything, right? So when we say, oh, I can't change the world, look at the money that's at the top. There's too many backhander deals going on. Well, not if there's no money, there isn't. So collectively, we as the people, hold quite a lot of the money. Quite a lot of it. There are a few people out there that hold quite a lot of money on their own, but on average, if we pulled our money together, I think we'd probably be alright. So if we spend our money how we want to spend it, we'd probably have quite a bit of power, wouldn't we? Quite a bit of leverage over what gets done and not done. So a good example of this, I'm hoping that a lot of you have realised or at some point in your life thought about. Me and my friends always moan about this. If you go on a big old drive and you stop in the services because you're hungry, what options have you got? You got a shitty meal deal in Waitrose or M&S. You got McDonald's, Burger King, KFC. Sometimes there's a noodle place nowadays. Sometimes Subway. Or if you're a fucking lunatic, you'll even consider Greggs. But don't get me started on Greggs. None of which are a particularly healthy option. If you wanted a healthy meal, you're stuck with a mixed bag of salad from Waitrose. That is it. That's your lot. There is no choice. So then we all kind of like go back on our morals, don't we? We all kind of forget the whole moral high ground, high horse situation. We just go and get KFC because we're here now. But I noticed this on a recent drive I did with a friend back from Luton. Luton back to Devon is a boring drive. However, we stopped in Reading Services for a quick wee and I was a bit hungry. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I don't want to spend my money on this shit. I don't want KFC, I think it is in there. I'm not having it. So I looked at my phone, and the next junction, which is 6 minutes away, I remember this, 6 minutes, there's a little village pub. Well, I want a proper meal. So we went to the bloody pub. 6 minutes, that's it. So my little tip for you, when you're out on a long drive, fuck off the services. If this is if you don't want to stand for it, if you don't want to support it, and if you want to encourage having more options of food in services, well, just, if you've got a Copilot, you've got no excuse. Get them, get old Google Maps up, you'll find it no problemo. Just have a little look, because I bet you one junction before or after the services, there will be a little town or village. I almost guarantee they've got a little pub. Well, why don't you call in there? Put some money in some locals' pocket instead of McDonald's pocket, because McDonald's don't really benefit you that much. Yeah, the whole tax evasion situation. I won't go too far down that. But if you put money behind the bar in the local pub, well, they're local people, those landlords, so they benefit. People they employ benefit. And I know the people that work in McDonald's are locals as well, but if it was busier in the pub, they'd all be working in the pub instead of at McDonald's, which is better for everyone in a roundabout way. So if you just started doing that, imagine how good that pub would be if everybody that went to the services went in there. Alright, they'd need bigger loos and a bigger kitchen, but even if 10% of the people that went in the services started using that pub, because they heard this podcast. They're like, that's a fucking good idea. I'm going to do that. Because you don't stop for any longer. It makes no odds to your journey, but at least you put your money behind the bar of a decent local pub instead of in fucking McDonald's. It'll cost you near enough the same amount of money. But look how much better that pub is going to do. That village, that town, everything. They will benefit massively from your money that you were going to spend anyway. You haven't gone out of your way to spend money. You were going to spend it anyway. They'll happily let you use the loo, so don't worry about it. Yeah, just go in there, get yourself a drink, bite to eat, have a piss, be on your way. Everybody benefits. And you have a healthier meal instead of the shit you didn't really want, but you had to eat because it's all that's there. So there you go. You do that, society changes. Especially if you get chatting to them and they're like, oh, where you going? Well, I'm driving through, but I didn't want to stop in the services, so I figured I'd find a pub and come here. I'd rather put my money behind your bar. That person's opinion of society changes right there and then. So where that person might have before gone, you know what, the world's gone mad, they will now go, most of the world's gone mad. But there was one decent bloke came in the other day. He didn't want to put money in McDonald's. He said he'd rather put money behind our bar. Immediately, their opinion of society is it's just better. Now imagine you do that with other things in your life. Now imagine that you stop buying shitty, cheap, badly made clothes and you start buying them from somewhere else. Someone that's making them in your country. Or someone that has got their own independent little shop. And you just get chatting to them. Because independent shop owners will make a point of saying hello to you. Because they care. They're not just someone working in H&M. They actually care. So they'll be like, hi, alright. Especially if you've been in a couple of times. They'll want to get to know you. And then you'll be saying, well, yeah, actually, I wanted to put my money behind your till. Because H&M don't need my help. I don't support what they're doing. I want to support what you're up to. And that shop owner, their opinion on society, fucking hell, there are some good people out there. They're not all assholes. Boom. Changes. Hold the fucking door for somebody. When was the last time someone held a door for you? I remember it used to be it was all everyone did. It was almost got to the point it's annoying because they're holding the door for you when you're like 2 miles away. And then we've got this weird social etiquette situation of like, am I now expected to fucking run because you're stupid enough to hold a door 20 minutes before I get there? But it's a better way to have it than now it's just like, shut it in your face, fuck you. Alright, cool, thank you. Don't you fucking dare hold a door for a feminist. That will go badly for you. Now, just chill out, feminists. I support females. I'm just winding you up because it's fun. I know somebody will be out there like, I don't need a man to hold a door for me. No, you don't. I'm not saying you do. It's just manners. If you get funny about it, I'll shut the fucking thing in your face. Open it yourself. Say hello to people. This is a little game I've started. It's brilliant fun. I'm a little village boy, yeah? I live in a little village. There's about 3.5 street lights. Generally know everybody. And in a village, when you walk around, when you get like 6-8 feet from somebody when you're walking in the opposite direction to them and you pass each other, you look up and you go, oh yeah, you're right, mate, yeah, lovely day, you're right, alright, yeah, all that shit. Or if you know them, you do actually talk. But if you do that in cities, you watch them fucking squirm. It's brilliant fun. I noticed this. I just go to Exeter, which Exeter to me is a massive place. It's fucking huge. I don't know how people live in like London and New York. Like, Exeter is enormous and there's way too many people. It don't really work on the high street because it's too busy. But if you're on a bit of a side street and you're walking towards someone that's walking towards you, if they're the 1% that aren't looking at the floor or their phone, but if they're looking up, yeah, when you get that 6-8 feet away, just go, hello mate, you alright? Watch them shit their pants. They will fucking cross the road to get away from you because they think they're getting robbed. They are not used to people saying hello. But if you say hello and then don't rob them, their view of society has now gone, holy shit, Someone just said hello to me for no reason. What a nice person. Because they're just like blown away by it. They haven't got a clue what just happened. However, if you do rob them, then, well, you fucked it. But if you don't, if you just say hello, it's pretty good. But you'll struggle, because another little thing I noticed about humans in towns. For starters, everyone's got headphones in, which I sound old-fashioned. It's like, what the fuck do you need to listen to all the time? But I do love a podcast or like a nerdy deep dive on something interesting. So I'm a little bit guilty for that. But I like to think at least I'm listening to something fucking useful. And these people might be as well, but I'm just assuming. I'm tarring them all with the same brush. Right, they're all wasting their life. So everyone's got headphones in, right? 50% of people are staring at the floor. They're looking about 6 feet in front of them, just enough. They've got the 2-second rule, so if there's a lamppost or dog shit, they don't fucking walk into it. But they don't look any further than that. They don't need to. There's nothing they care about. And then there's the other people that are staring at their phone. And there's like 0.5%. And I literally mean 0.5%. I reckon it's 1 in 200 people. Which, quick maths, is about 0.5%. They're the only ones you'll see that walk along with their head up, just looking where they're going, looking around, taking it all in. And out of that 0.5%, I'd say 60-40, right? So it's 40% are generally blokes that have got a bit of swagger about them. A little bit like deputy manager. They've got themselves a new suit from Top Man and they think they're the fucking nuts. And they stink. Like they've got everything Boots has to offer. So you got them. And then 60% are people that you can just tell they've kind of got their shit together. They're kind of at peace with their life. They're generally dressed a little bit alternatively to modern fashion. No, I don't mean they're wearing like alpaca wool and they're walking around barefoot. They're not wearing skinny jeans and platform Converses and all that shit. They're just dressed normally. Normal clothes. But yeah, 0.5% actually look where they're going. But they won't freak out when you say hello to them. They're fine. They're pretty cool with it. But if you get the rest of them, just say like, alright mate. Just fucking, they all squirm. Just jump out of their skin. It's brilliant. Brilliant fun. I challenge you. Say hello to people because it's funny. But my point is, you change society. You say hello, but don't rob them. And they'll be like, shit, there's some nice people out there. And hopefully, they will then say hello to somebody. And you've got chain reaction. So there we are. We've changed society. And we haven't had to broadcast or brainwash anyone. It's quite easy. Now imagine you just do that with your whole life. If nothing else, be a man of your word. Or a man of your principles. If you don't want to support advertising using six packs and perfect teeth, don't buy anything that uses six packs and perfect teeth to sell it. That way, one by one, we will be giving that company a message that we are not interested in your advert. That company has to figure out what it is they've got to do to then remedy it. They will trial around, and when you see an advert that you like the look of, then you can buy that thing. But if you compromise on your principles, well then the bigger machine wins. So if you're sick of the world gone mad and you want to change it, just change yourself. All you got to do, just change yourself. It's really easy. Wear whatever clothes you want to wear, not what fashion dictates. What is fashion? It's bullshit. Fashion is art, is it not? I'd say it falls under art. Well, art, when you look up the definition of art, its only purpose is itself. Yeah? And I really like that. I quite often dwell on that. Its only purpose is itself. Because quite often I call myself art because it's quite easy, isn't it? My only purpose is myself. My only thing I have to do in life is be me. Yeah, I don't have to be anything else. Just be me. Just be the best me I can be. Whatever I am, that's it. I'm art. You are art. Feels quite cool, doesn't it? Call yourself art. Say it out loud. I have to, because I'm doing a podcast. It seems fucking mental. I'm sitting in an empty house talking about how I am art. But I am. I'm quite pleased to be art. You are art. So fashion is art. It's expressing oneself using the medium of clothing. So dress how the fuck you want, not how everybody else does. Don't be dictated by it. You want to wear gloves on your hands? No, that's wrong. You want to wear socks on your hands? You fucking do that. Who the fuck says you have to wear gloves when you've got cold hands? Put socks on your hands. Kids do. Kids do it all the time. They're happy as Larry. Look how happy kids are. My little boy was dressed as Peter Rabbit the other day because it was chilly. He wanted to wear his Peter Rabbit outfit. So that's what he did. He was happy as Larry. And I think if we all dressed as Peter Rabbit once in a while, we'd probably be a bit happier. But instead we dress like twats, don't we? Jumped up little boring bastards in our suits or whatever else. You do you, hun. Wear what you want to wear. You are art. You are also society, so you can't moan about society if you're not willing to do anything differently. You can't say, I see, people don't appreciate this shit anymore if you don't actually back it up. So if you find yourself just about to fucking slag somebody off, are you doing what you said you're going to do? Because you can't be a hypocrite. But you can be a hypocrite in a little bit. But you've got to draw the line somewhere. Because look, here's another one. I'm on a roll now. You got me started. If you do go to McDonald's, which is fine, go to McDonald's or KFC, of these places, anywhere with a drive-through, right? Go in, get your food, sit at a table, and look at the drive-through from indoors. It's the best thing ever, right? And you'll realise a drive-through is relatively quick. What does it take to get through a drive-through, do you reckon? From when you pull up at the machine to order, they're like, hi, can I take your order? From there to collecting your food, it's only going to be a couple of minutes, isn't it? Don't you reckon? Even when it's heaving, I reckon it's still less than 5 minutes. It's not a very long time to wait, is it? But you watch, because even the driver, right, even though it's illegal, even the driver cannot not go on their phone between windows. We've lost the ability to wait. The world has gone mad. And it literally has. You sit there and watch. I bet you the vast majority of cars, the driver will be on their phone between windows because it's just, you're addicted. They can't get off it. We have an inability to wait. My point that I'm trying to get at, before I get too distracted, was don't moan about other people if you're not willing to change yourself. So if you find you've lost the ability to wait, work on it. Be that person that does something different. Be that person that when you're in a drive-through, they're not on fucking TikTok. You actually just look around. Because I confused the shit out of somebody once. I noticed that in McDonald's, some of the buildings, the roofs look like they're like kit form, and there's like 3 sections put together. And I got to the window, and there was a join right above the window. I was like, right, you'll know this. Knowing that they won't fucking know this, but so you've got a join here, runs right up over the roof. Is this building a kit form and you just bolt the 3 sections together? And they looked at me like, what the fuck are you on? Like, what are you asking? I said, well, you got a join. Literally runs all down the roof, down under the soffit here, right down the wall, all the way to the ground. Surely this building must be kit form, innit? It's like just bolt sections together. I don't know, mate. What are you on about? How did you even notice that? I thought, well, because I'm fucking looking around. The car in front of me is on their phone. The one behind me is on the phone. And I just confused the living shit out of somebody. Because they're just like, how the fuck can a building be in sections? What are you talking about? But that's my point. You look around, you'll notice weird shit and you'll ask questions. I asked someone else once, why does the little bit of roof extend in the way that it does above the window? Like, I get it, because it's keep the rain off a little bit. But it had a weird little chute on it. And so was that to catch the snow? And they just didn't know. But I wouldn't be able to be this weird if I wasn't looking around. So you've got to look around, because then you'll see weird shit. And the weird shit's interesting, because then you'll ask people and they'll either know the answer, and then it's fucking fascinating, or they won't have a clue what you're on about, but you made a brilliant game of asking somebody about something that no one's ever even bloody noticed before. And when was the last time you saw someone reading a book when they were waiting? I don't remember that. People used to, didn't they? People would like be waiting for a bus or waiting for the train, or I don't know, sitting in the park in the summer. You'd see people reading a book. I don't think people even have books anymore. I know you got Kindles and all that, but nobody's on it, are they? They're all on fucking YouTube and shit. Which is good stuff out there, but there's something about a book in there. I'm not very good at reading because I'm too slow at it. So I've got a weird imagination and a weird attention span, as you may have gathered. Which means reading, because I'm not very quick at reading, it takes me a long time to process and take in what I'm reading. I get distracted and I forget what I'm doing. So then I get halfway through the page and I realise I'm daydreaming about the thing I'm reading about. And then it's like, shit, now I'm lost and I have to start again. So I don't really get on with reading. But society could change quite easily, because it's just me and you. And if I changed, I bet you would change. And I bet someone else would change. And I bet if you change, put this into practice, right? I'll give you a little task. Me and my friends have started doing this. When I want to meet up with a mate I haven't seen in a while, a couple of weeks or whatever, or longer, because I'm shit at meeting up with people, I always used to text them saying, do you fancy a pint? But I've stopped doing that. What I now do is I say, are you free? We'll go for a walk. And at first people are a little bit like, oh shit, is everything alright? Like they're a bit worried. And I was like, no, it's fine. I just want to be able to actually, like, I'm a little bit deaf anyway, or ignorant, or both, one or the other. There's something about it, I just can't hear people. If we go to a pub or something, I just can't hear people. It's just, yeah, fuck knows. So I started just going, right, should we go for a walk? And as soon as you start walking, you start talking. But also there's an informality. Even though it's your friends, there's a weird structure. If you meet a friend in a pub or a cafe or whatever, and you sit opposite them in the table, it's weird. It's like you're interviewing each other. It's such a strange dynamic that you're not based on that, because you're friends, remember? You don't need to be formal, so chill the fuck out. So I found, yeah, fuck it, we'll go for a walk. So you can meet at a pub and grab a pint, or a cafe and get a takeaway coffee or something, or if you don't want to pollute the planet, you can actually have your coffee there and then go. Either way, meet them at a certain place, then go for a walk. And I found, where I would have gone for like an hour at the pub and then it's like conversations kind of petered off a little bit, we're all caught up, right, I'll see you later, mate. By going for a walk, you get to like 2.5 hours in, because you just keep walking and chatting because you're stood next to each other. There's not the like awkward eye contact. You just keep chatting and going, and then it gets to a point you're like, fucking hell, I need to go home, it's like midnight. But you've had the best chat ever. Your conversation has been way better, and you end up going into some really deep shit. And it doesn't have to be like deep emotional shit, just deeper shit. Because if you think about it, if you were having a really shit week, like I mean a really shit week, everything's gone wrong, your dog's fucking back in the vets or whatever, if you go to the pub, especially if it's a pub that you are a bit of a regular or local or whatever you want to call it, people know you. You'll have constantly people like, oh, all right, mate, yeah. You just keep getting interrupted. But also, if you've had a really shit week and your mate's like, oh, how's your week been? You are less inclined to be actually honest, aren't you? If you're in a social, public environment. And even though you could be out having a walk around the high street, because you're moving, you're in a new place every couple of seconds. So there's no fear of like being overheard. You don't have people interrupting you, people just butting in with stuff and listening in or any of that shit or anything. You don't accidentally end up listening to other people's conversations. You are solely just the two of you having your conversation. And that changes society massively. Imagine if everybody just went for a walk. The fucking world would be way better. So I challenge you to do that. There's not a lot you can do in life, but do that. When you next want to meet your mate, even if it's in the evening and it's fucking cold and miserable, you have a coat, get a coat on, or go for a drive. And I know we shouldn't really encourage people to drive for the sake, but it's the same dynamic because you're sat next to each other and you're doing something that doesn't require a massive amount of brain because you know how to drive and you know the route. You're not going somewhere new and difficult. You're just going for a cruise. You get into chatting. No one's on their phone. No one's even got their phone out. It's in their pocket. They ignore it. It's way better. You should try it. And that's my challenge. I won't rattle on any longer because I think you get the idea. If you change, other people will naturally change. And therefore, we change society. And we, the people, have the power. We have the money. So if we spend our money in independent butchers and little cafes, little shops and clothing shops and this and that and the other, and we fuck off Starbucks and McDonald's and H&M and all the rest of it. Sorry guys, you've had your fair share. And there's still plenty of people out there that will keep these companies going, don't worry. And we will all still do it. You'll still grab a Starbucks coffee when you need one quickly because there's no little shop around. It's just the way it is. You don't have to worry about it. But that's my challenge to you. When you meet friends, go for a walk. When you're out on the motorway, just have a quick think. Have a quick Google. Is there a town or village either before or after the services? I fucking bet you there are. Because the services are normally built near a town or village because they need staff to work in the services. They're not going to be built in the middle of fucking nowhere. So I guarantee you within a couple of miles of that services, there will be a little village and a pub that you've made their fucking day by going in and having food in there. Or a coffee shop that you just say, look, I didn't want to put money behind Starbucks till. I thought I'd come in here and have a coffee. They'll be like, thank you so much. Because now they can feed their kids. And they were competing with the services. But you've just helped. So now they're like, you know what? The world's not full of arseholes. The world's just majority arseholes with a few people that are really nice. So their perspective will change. They're in a better mood. You've made someone's day better. You've made their life better. Maybe you've made your own life better. So yeah. Walk. Buy coffee. What else was it? Oh, say hello to people. Watch them shit their pants. What else is it about cities? Oh yeah, and just count the amount of people that don't actually look where they're going. You'll realise 0.5% actually have their head up looking. Everybody else is staring at the floor or their phone. Nobody looks where they're going. Ever. But that's it. That's me done. I'm going to go and get in the ice bath because my legs are aching. Achy, breaky legs. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. God, that got loud, didn't it? Sorry, headphone users. It's been a pleasure. I'm out of here. Goodbye.